welcome back. This is going to be a channeled message. So before I got any cards pulled, I was getting the channeled message because today I woke up and it was all rainy, and it's already getting sunny right now, and it hasn't even been that long. So this channeled message is whatever situation you find yourself in, or you wake up in, it can change instantly. So don't be too attached to it. But not just that, it's that when you do find yourself in a place you don't want to be right now, I'm speaking about right now when you're viewing this video, you can instantly know that it's changing for you. Or, I didn't explain that well. What I mean is, just because something is the way it is right now, it doesn't mean that it can't change in an instant. That's the message. So that's going to resonate for some of you. 5 of Cups coming out. This was the daily card yesterday. And so it feels like this, you could yesterday or whenever you're watching this video have recently felt in a 5 of Cups energy, which is where you're maybe a little overwhelmed with what didn't work out in the past, or what you've lost, or kind of focused on your struggles now and thinking about all that led to them. It's like the opposite of focusing on your achievements and thinking back to everything that led you to this point. It's like focusing on what you don't have and thinking of everything that led you to that. So I feel like this energy, you could have woke up today maybe not feeling great or in the best mood, but that's the message again here. Like, if you wake up and it's not great, it doesn't mean your day is ruined. It can change instantly. You don't have to decide, well, since I woke up in a bad mood, it's going to be bad for the whole day. And that doesn't have to just talk about days. That can talk about just overall times in your life where you're like, well, it must be bad right now. I'm going to have to wait for it to get better. But that waiting, it can change in an instant. So there's an importance to put your energy and attention on the fact that everything can change in an instant. Can and will is what I wanted to say. So this 5 of Cups energy is clearing out right now. So don't be alarmed if you feel yourself in a down or depressed mood or feeling kind of low lately, because this is just that energy clearing out. And it will clear out and it will change quickly. But somebody needed to know that, because I feel like someone started to feel that way, and they started to think this was the beginning of like this big tower moment, this downfall, that like they wouldn't be able to be happy or safe for so long. But it's like, no, this isn't the beginning of this energy. This is the last of it clearing out. And that's important for somebody to know. 2 of Swords, reverse, 4 of Cups, reverse also. So, excuse me, your intuition could feel odd or different than it's used to, and it's like you're picking up or sensing things in a new way, and it's unfamiliar, so you're almost a little doubtful of what you're picking up because it's not in the way that you're used to. But this is just a change, an improvement of your abilities. So it's not them getting less or waning away. It's you're learning to adjust to this newer form of intuition, where I'm getting that it's just quicker. Like, a message I've been getting a lot is the lag time between receiving something and being able to implement it or take action or accept it. There's no lag time. It's like the moment you receive something, it's received, it's there. There's not this waiting period. So I feel like there's more to this. It's on purpose that you've been kind of cloudy in your intuition about certain subjects. It's like the abilities haven't been turned off. It's just in certain areas it's harder to tap into. But that's on purpose. This is confirmation. And it's not something bad. Someone needs to know that. It's whatever's happening, it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's actually helping you. Okay. So as you're learning this newer side of your intuition or these newer abilities, this is all, it's almost like you're being distracted, like, oh, now do this, now do this, now do this. And then it's like, oh, look, you're done. I'm almost seeing it like someone trying to get a toddler out the door, and instead of it being a big deal, they're like making a game out of it. Like, let's follow these, and oh, look, now there's your shoes. Let's put your shoes on. And it's like distracting the child. And so by the time they're done with the game, they're all dressed and ready to go. And so it's not like this big deal or this big fight trying to get them ready. It's like you turn it into this fun thing, and then at the end you're like, all right, last step is to go get the snacks waiting in the car. And so it's like that's how the universe is treating you. It's like, okay, now let's do this. Oh, don't worry about that, now let's go on to this. It's like they're purposefully guiding and distracting you at the same time, so that this can all actually go faster. Just like in the analogy, it's going to be a lot quicker to get that child, that toddler out of the door this way than trying to fight with them, trying to argue with them, trying to convince them of why they need to wear their jacket or their shoes on the right feet or all of this. It's like bypassing all that, because Spirit knows exactly what you need and exactly how to word things and how to present things to you, so that it doesn't take longer than it needs to. So right now, if you're feeling impatient, it's almost funny I'm hearing that if you're feeling impatient, because it's Spirit who's trying to help this all. It's like the way things are going, it is the fastest way. So the Spirit is doing this, whatever this is, it's on purpose to help you get to where you're needing to go in the fastest way. And so I feel like you're almost done, like your Spirit's been getting you ready, like, okay, now let's put this on, now let's do this. But now it's like, now you're fully dressed, ready to go. The last step is to just walk out the door. It's like the hard part's over, the work is over, the part that would have been a struggle is over. And it wasn't a struggle. But this is also the confirmation, Spirit wanting you to know that you are being guided and you are being led by them. And it's okay if you feel cut off, or like you're not, it doesn't feel like not as powerful, but just kind of like you're the baby, like you don't really know what's going on. You just have to kind of, but it's okay. You can let yourself be that. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to be in control of everything. And that's something you've been working on accepting for a long time now. And this is just more, it's almost like, hey, you don't have to worry about that or that or that. And it's like, but I thought, but I was supposed, but it's like, wait, did you hear me? You don't have to worry about that. It's like, oh, okay, I guess that is a good thing. So we have both the King of Swords and the King of, I wanted to say Cups, but King of Pentacles. So this is really Spirit, what they're distracting you from, or the transition they're trying to get you to do is to transition from being someone who takes everything as your own burden, and now I'm hearing allocate. I don't even know if I understand that word, but like you allocate the work to who it's meant to be for. So you take care of what you are supposed to take care of, but there's so much that you've thought was your responsibility that wasn't. And this has all been a process of letting that go. But the only way you could let that go was by trusting that it was going to somewhere it would still be taken care of, and in fact better than you could. And so this is Spirit saying, yes, this is your, like, we've been prepping you and training you to be at this spot where you could finally pass your burdens off to us and let us handle the things that we're meant to handle. That's why you've been so stressed and burnt out, overburdened, because you've been taking on so much that was never yours to take on. So of course it's going to feel like too much, because it is too much for you. expect things to be taken care of. The more you surrender and the more you trust, at the same time, expect the things that you've let go of to be taken care of. Expect to see results. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. So this isn't like hope that it's going to get taken care of. Know that it is and expect to see evidence of that. Expect like you're waiting. Like you're already like, okay, that person's doing this or this is happening and now I'm just waiting. So this is a very much a knowing, assuring energy where like a parent-child relationship where the child completely trusts their parent and knows they can handle anything. So you may have recently gone through a harsh ending, but I'm getting that this ending was emotional or spiritual. It didn't have to be something on a physical level that somebody could perceive. This also feels like something people didn't know you were going through. Whatever type of ending this was, it was something that, it's one of those things that you feel like you have to face alone or that you can't talk to anybody about or that they just wouldn't understand, something like that. But you did handle it, you did end it, and that's also why you can expect. It's like you finally, it's weird, it's like reverse. You were the adult and now you're turning into the baby. But that's a good thing because before, it's like you were aging too quickly because you were taking on so much and trying to play a role that you weren't supposed to be playing. Now you can go back to being the baby that has everything taken care of. I'm hearing some of you watching could even like sometimes get jealous of babies or just of like, if you see a video and they're like all wrapped up and so cozy and just look like they don't have a care in the world and they're just so taken care of and you just feel like, I want to be that baby. Or like, it's not that you don't want to be able to feed yourself or anything, but you want to just feel so taken care of and nurtured. And like, if you don't do something, it'll be okay. It's not all on you. Like there is something or someone taking care of you and it's all going to be okay. And it's like, that's what this reading is about. It's wanting to get you. And look, we have, so both jokers in this deck, I use the jokers as the Fool and both of them came up. So this is, that just distracted me what I was saying. But I feel like this is just more confirmation. The 2 jokers coming up, the 2 fools coming up. Even though this one is in reverse, I feel like that's saying this has already begun. This has already happened. This has already started to take place. This new birth where you're now this baby and not this adult. It's like that adult life, like it died, like you died, it ended, and now this is the rebirth. And you get to be that little baby again who's just taken care of. So let me get one more to close up this reading. Okay, 2 more wanted to come up. 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's a great way to end this reading because this is about all this lack and this burden and this struggle and overcoming it. This is about having seen it for what it was, accepted it, done the work to change it, and now it's changed and now it's better, and now that pain and that suffering can leave, can end finally, because you saw the problem, you recognized it, it's like you did all the steps. You became aware of what you could control and change and what you couldn't, and you actively changed and took action to what you could, and you at the same time actively released and surrendered what you couldn't. And so it's like you had a problem, there was no solution, so you created the solution. It's like if you're building this big robot or this big machine and you're missing a part or a piece, but that piece doesn't even exist. So you're like, okay, well then I have to create it. I have to create this piece. And that's exactly what you did. You created the solution for the problem. And this energy that you're in is the solution. Like this new life that you created for yourself is the solution. That's why it didn't exist, because you had to create it. You had to create this new world and this new life. And you only knew what you wanted in it because you knew what you didn't want. Understand that too. Okay, I said those were the last cards, so I don't know why I'm still shuffling. All right, I hope you enjoyed this message and stick around for more. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.